Team has the kind of commentary that the Timberwolves team starts. So usually they're going to come out and play well that first quarter.
Edwards and Randall, your two guys that you're go lead them.
Process to play with a player like Julius Randle. But then Gobert claws the rebound. Through a couple of years ago with Rudy Gobert. Now,
because he was so far away from its target.
Oh, look at Coffee coming in. Minnesota has...
Yeah, Zubac's having a career year, almost
on by any duo in the NBA. Zubac right from Coffee. Randall. Randall goes around him. Can't three. Done. Go to the line to shoot two.
So we touched on James Harden. He's on ball screens from Zubac. This time,
Clippers, and we heard so much about Zin. It clearly has paid off.
Yeah, and I think just a little bit differently because he's the most.
Us as Amir Coffee sends you to the NBA Cup West A group game with Houston having already won the group. And it's a 16-15 game. Out of 5, Edwards can't hit.
Don't help them by turning it over and having
28th in offensive turnover. Amir Coffee, James Harden, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante D. 5 on 4 the other way for Minnesota.
Most consistent guy for this team through a rough.
Much better this year with him on the floor, 1.5 with him off, as the Clippers
stance. But he's going to just touch him a little bit.
Glasses. Well, James Harden coming off. Top profile for Anthony Edwards is a lot different this season for Anthony Edwards.
A lot of people question.
Kicking, Reed, connect. 13 from 3 in this first. As Harden drains player to hit that plateau.
Help is always going to rotate over.
Certainly made some headlines the other night after
a thing because most of us have had been as they're trying to avoid a third straight loss at home, Ryan.
Called come up with solutions as Porter hits the jumper. Here's attention on the floor, not off it, but on it. Sometimes I think
there are certain things that championship with KD where Andre Iguodala came appropriate given the circumstance that he go ahead.
Everybody does like each other. We having games when we get down. So a missed 3 on one end from
pressing.
Yeah.
He has his feelings were hurt, obviously off the bench. Like he's dealing with a lot.
Game will decide that group. And then Goldward sidestepping 3, rims knocked away. And that'll...
Oh my good Lord.
His jersey year, you talked about all you wanted.
Just aren't going in, so solid stuff. Had to have a sense of urgency. You know, we just got to continue to build on that.
Thanks for your...
Reed pulling, can't hit the tip. Obama fires, who finds Gobert, who gets fouled, and Rudy goes.
The ability to come from one side of the...
Free complimentary of Alexander Walker to us before. He also is a really...
In their run to the Western Conference Finals. One when Mike Conley was out. We've not...
Well, the Clippers coughing up the basketball, resulting in just 5 points. Bamba from deep. In the corner, a 9-0 Minnesota run. Full path, but they would likely have to win there.
And his presence takes a fortuitous bounce to Porter Jr.
Clippers are dramatically different with him.
Gonna make that pass is probably easier to do a little.
Boy, as he struggled from 3 this catch and shoot threes last year with the Knicks.
It's a little bit.
Gobert slam.
He find him.
Foul here.
This is part of your job, but then watch the defensive.
Yep. Similarly about what will happen with Julius Randle 9 minutes, but also you mentioned
that this has been a lethargic, low energy.
Down the other end, Batum work attacks. Batum hits in the
moves. Let me find the open spot.
Firing away and hitting.
Minutes to play.
7th Reed off and running. Got tickled. And a timeout taken by all 2-1. And the Thunder got that 4th spot to advance. The Thunder as Porter missed it badly. It's a nice Randall able to flip it.
If you try to initiate contact.
Yeah.
Because
Dunn able to save it. Porter down grabbing at his knee and called. I don't think Rudy took some...
Minnesota 45-point record, right? In 5 of their last league, and they don't have Kawhi on the floor.
Game, what he has meant. Fouled. And here's our
Live and die with the moments, like work ethic that he'd arrive.
So when Lou was with the Cavs, he tried to confidently in an article on ESPN.com saying the two dope. And Lou and Van Gundy were often found on the NBA sideline for the first time in 17 years.
Lou was just glowing about Jeff of working under Tots. Gets free for the slam.
But good find. Gonna catch it.
6-point game. Drives in, meets Zubats, and Zubats.
So obviously he does. And that arm, that right arm to me, watch this. Now,
Comes down at the end and makes pretty clear.
Make his arms come down. As long as the officials think it's nice, right?
It's going to be number 2 on Julius. 3 threes away, 30 Eastern. Then Steph and the Warriors.
I'm feeling a little bit better about.
That should be a pretty good.
I go on a night-by-night basis.
I don't know who. Interesting. You alluded to it before, Doris, but an essential piece for this team late thus far tonight.
Right. So number 1 was electric and changed. There was something that Chris Finch, head coach, trying to find the right combination.
Done the rebound. Done.
Going to struggle to score the basket.
Then as Edwards gets a little more about his leadership as well.
Yeah, Wednesday he said, quote, he has to figure out what authentic and genuine place. It's something he respects the most. Desire to be better, even if it's not always worded the best feels, and that's what makes Ant guys.
Season. As Harden splashes in
here, and I keep saying it. You know, Kawhi Leonard. There's some talk he might play tonight.
In the half. Conley's floater rims off. Averaging,
you know, a couple attempts here and there.
Well, more on Kawhi status a little later. There's Randall working the post on Harden.
Junior wanted to guard him on the post, and you see
tight first half. Harden, first you see that only he, LeBron James, and Oscar Roberts. He was talking to us about it before the game. His teammates how to win and still
to have the ball in your hands a lot more. How to manipulate a defense.
Looking out. Randall guarded 7 rebounds for Ivica Zubac. Edwards in the corner.
Which Coffey just did there is Anthony.
2 for 5 with Harden on him. Apoplectic, he didn't get a foul and his goal first.
Ball first, but we get the benefit of this second look.
Ball first. And Harden.
Back my comments. The first left ball placement and strength in.
Edwards cooking. 2 threes over the ladder. Coughs it up.
You have
foul on Alexander Walker.
Under a screen, Rudy Gobert is as good as it gets. Coffee.
Good D from Edwards. Hards. Accelerates. Done. Euroing. Tickets to a game this season play free. Point lead. Zubac. The hook is.
Like, Zubac is still young. Second in the league in post-ups to Nikola Jokic.
Play for the Clippers.
A lot of people coming in second.
Minutes in the first half for the Clippers. Harden into the paint.
There, your read. 26 years old.
Still listed as out while managing a surgically reported to be skipping any steps, and they're only bringing him.
Yeah, Cassie, that's always also interesting is feeling on a timeline. Active
in New York City,
Started 4 of 7 from 3. Our one.
Tell you what.
Outstanding.
I mean, just.
Man off the steal late. 12 and 8 through these first 20. This free and out of bounds. Minnesota, no points to the final 8. Year player, 48th day to Phoenix, TNT Tuesday, Emirates NBA Cup. On the line there for the crowd here. That's what raucous reaction to it. I'm on that team. The rebound picked up by Alexander Walker. What a rejection from Reed. You bet.
Just needs to keep building on it. Got to score it.
Miller not shot. Getting his as well. DiVincenzo. Off.
But how about if you turn it over and guys with a step? Nas says not now.
Also significant given what happened. Talked about a lack of connectivity.
Not rotten from the core. And there's character guys. Because normally it's he and Cat.
Right.
Has found a way to insert him. But he finds a way.
Also, we've seen him playing with Gobert a lot. Batum in the corner, connects on a
But a pro.
7 on Gobert, gets denied. Point game, the Clippers do not go away.
Give him the ball. He's done. You can't catch clean and go back up.
So physically can stand up to.
Maybe he knows. Yeah. But you do see that moment as you try to build connectivity.
Yeah. So to 80, Clippers 77. 4-3 for Nicholas Batum, and it dishes. Gobert.
Continue to position themselves to win.
Air, lost it, kicked it. Effort from Reed.
Yes.
Batum, not that timeout taken by the Clippers.
You want to have people diving on the...
Minnesota trying to end that 4-game losing streak. Trying to yak it down, could not. Seen this several times throughout the game, though, where Minnesota will extend. Scored pass, Batum. DiVincenzo wrapping around, Gobert. 5 to shoot. Gobert on.
He's got to get that up and over the top of. Wow. Player of the year. Get to the midi, young sir.
The Clippers. Here comes Porter, but it squirms out to Conley. Gobert plods in and misses. Porter back to Bamba. 2 to shoot. Porter fading and hit.
Kevin Porter Jr. is a talented.
To your point, DB. This season, that's worst in the NBA. Final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter in the last 2 games. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, you see those games, they will win that group.
Wow.
Racing, spinning, can't finish. Zubac shots. Sat for the first. Crossover, the 3 is Goobers in front.
This guy just continues. He's 17, working against Nikhil Alex.
27-26. And Harden, a 10-0 Clipper run.
From both teams.
A little bit. Harden. Porter. We're going to shake Alexander Walker.
Mind having Alexander Walker and Jaden McDaniels as Mike on the other side.
Takes his use it or lose it. 4 straight. With the Clipper on the 4th Timberwolves ball.
Chris Dunn is coach says he tries to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Free trip.
And Chris Finch said that give him a B+. But there are still those times to shoot. Randall spins into a double.
Doesn't matter where you put him, he's going to.
Here's Harden. Floating it up and off. Last 7 opponents that held under 100. And under 215. Zubac to the corner. Catching fire. Line to shoot 2.
Forces Porter to have to close that 3.
Yes.
Your willingness to keep moving.
A 6-0 run by minute. Here's Harden. Walking behind Zubac. Out of bounds.
I think he's hurt.
I think you're right. Tumbling out of bounds. Next.
Coffee comes in for him, Amir Coffee.
Porter thinks he's in the game. Half court line. Edwards 6 to shoot.
Longer on the floor. The pressure stays consistent.
Been incredible this season. Back for the tie. No. Zoom communicates something to them defensively. And loses it to Conley. No. Edwards misses. Go possession as the Timberwolves.
I mean, they just play.